guys, welcome back. In today's video, I did a quick and easy tutorial on how to get beachy, beachy waves. It's very easy, it's very simple, just like anything else, it just takes practice, and practice makes perfect. I worked in a salon. I worked in a really nice salon years ago, and I mean, I was always considered like put together, but they were like extra, and every morning everyone would come in and like blow out their hair and curl their hair with a curling iron. I was like, well, I ain't gonna be the only one with like a wet top knot, you know, ugly looking ponies. So I just watched them and I practiced, and really it takes like not even 5 minutes. Not even 5 minutes to curl my hair, like literally 3 minutes for me to curl my hair. So practice makes perfect, and yeah, after a while, it just becomes part of your morning routine if that's something that you're going for. So if you guys want to see how I get beachy waves, please keep watching. So let's get right in it. First of all, you have to have dry hair. I know, myself included, but it's really hard sometimes to get back here, and we're lazy and we're tired and we're hot. So you have to make sure that your hair is completely dry before you put any flat iron or curling iron on it. Secondly, it looks like I have a lot of hair, but I really don't. I have a lot of fine hair. So I only have to do a few sections to get my hair all curly because I don't have a ton of it. Now, some people are going to have to section their hair off more, some people less. And again, it depends on where you're going with it. Now, the more hair you have in the barrel that you're curling, the bigger the chunk, the looser the wave. The less amount of hair you have, the tighter the wave. So it just depends on what kind of look you're going for, and also the barrel size. I prefer 1 inch or 3/4 inch. That's just me. That's what I use on my clients. That's what I like. I got this at Ulta yesterday, and Hot Tools is my favorite brand. But look at this baby. It is gold perfection, and it was $6. So get some. But it's 1 1/4 inch, which is just not my favorite. Not my favorite. But again, it can totally get the job done. So I do not suggest going any bigger than that, because a lot of times people think the bigger the barrel, the bigger the wave, and that's not the truth. You know what I mean? It depends on how much hair you're putting in the barrel. So let's get it going. We're gonna spray some heat protectant on my roots. I need to get my hair done. This one's by NEURO. I don't want to say whatever you got, because I just keep thinking about that that one video where that little girl like was curling her hair because she used Tresemme or something, and like she pulled it up and it came right off. Like, it was funny, but we saw one at the salon by Eufora, which is pretty good. I'm just giving it a little dusting. There's one by Redken that I love. It's like, what the heck is it called? Iron 22 Hot Sets. Isn't it crazy? I've been using it for years and I don't even know what the name is. I just know what it looks like. It's like by Hot Sets by Redken. It's amazing, and it really helps hold those bad boys, because when I have somebody in my chair at the salon and they're always like, oh, my hair won't hold a curl, it's like, it's on. It is on like Donkey Kong. I'm going to get that hair to curl, like, you watch me. And, you know, sometimes I win, and then sometimes it's like, well, your hair really just sucks. But I give it some oomph too. I'm just going to section it off, because sometimes for beginners it's easier. So I'm just going to do like 3 sections. First section is my ears. I don't have a lot of hair from behind my ear and forward, like, not much. So from the ears forward is going to be my first section. These alligator clips, bubble. Then the second, see what I have? The second, start at your ears and just go straight across. And again, clip that back. Now, I only needed 2 clips. That's just me. So I just separated my hair in half. You can either do one, you could just curl this, or you could separate it into two. It just depends on how much hair and how curly you want to go with it. So this is my Hot Tools curling iron. It's a 1-inch. I love, love, love this baby. I've been using Hot Tools curling irons for like 6 years. Love them. The most important thing I can tell you about curling your hair is not to overthink it and not to wanting it to be perfect. That's the whole point of it, is to look perfectly undone and like Victoria's Secret, just beachy, like, oh yeah, my hair's done. But like, this should not take you a long time, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And I don't curl every piece of hair. Like, if there's some stray pieces that didn't make it in, they didn't make it in. Like, I don't worry about it. I always leave the ends of my hair out, and I don't really curl too close to the root. Again, that's just me. Some people like it to be curly from the root to the end. They like their ends in. It depends on the generation or the look. You know, I got some 80s clients and they're like, no, 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 no. Like, it needs to be curly, root to end. So that's okay. They can be stuck in the 80s. That's cool too. So I just take my section. This is just a little baby section, like 1 inch thick. I always run my curling iron just once through, just to kind of warm that baby up. And I always start in the middle, turn it around, I go a little bit down, curl it back up. So I'm about 3 inches from the scalp, and I have about, what the heck is it, 2 inches out. And what I usually do, I do this all the time, is when I start to feel the heat come through, then I let it down. You always want to curl back. Now, sometimes when you're doing it and you're staring at yourself, you start darting it and then you get frustrated. Normally, you have less hair down here, so start at the bottom of your hair. It'll be easier. Because see, I'm talking and doing a zillion things at once. But, and again, away from the face. Starting in the middle, turning, a full turn. I come down a little bit, about 3 inches from the scalp. A good 2 to 3 inches out. I remember when I first started out, I used to start at the end of my hair. I'd put the barrel at the end and then curl it all the way up. Wrong. Just so wrong, and it looks so funky. And you always have to think Farrah Fawcett backwards. Hair, you're curling it back. You don't want to curl it forward because then you're going to get a weird bend in your hair and it's not going to look right. Next, I just hit it with a little hairspray. This is Chi hairspray. I don't go crazy. And don't touch it. Then next, let your next section down. Make it easier on yourself. Part it right in half. Does not have to be equal parts. You know, don't overthink it. And then same with this section. Okay, so for your last section, what you're going to want to do is find your part. You want to curl on your part. So let me see where that part is for me. Like I've said before, I don't have a lot of hair in front of my ears. So I just take that one section. And it depends on how you can just do a little half and not even pull it all the way through. And so it's just like a little zump. Or you can curl it right up. It just depends on what look you're going for. Play around with it. Some people don't want it to be so curly around their face. Some people like it straighter. So it's just playing around with different sections. Really, it's ultimately the sections and how many times you wrap your hair around it, but just don't overthink it. My favorite part is the bang, if you have a side bang. So I just think if you blow dry your hair and you curl your front bang, your side bang, that's all you need to do. Now that you're all curled, hit it again with a little hairspray. Now hairspray is different. This one I love. It's by Fave Texture Takeover. It's the bee's knees. Then I run my hands through my hair. Now, the more you run your hands through your hair, the more it's going to come out. So, just depends on, again, what you want it to look like. Like, if I have curled it too much and it's too tight, I'm like, calm down because it's too much. But, again, this is pretty much where I like to leave, where I like it to be. Now, if you have a side bang, like I was saying before, you could just do your hair. You don't even have to curl it. Put it back in a clip and curl your one little piece in the front, and ta-da, you're good to go. And people think, oh my gosh, you're so cute, and thank you. So, also the more you touch it, the more the curl's gonna come out and the frizzier it's gonna get. So, do your thing, spray it, and leave it. So I hope this video helped. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.